Hello and welcome to a new vlog. I thought I would do another reading vlog since I have some days off and I want to get some reading done. I was thinking of like what I want to read right now. I'm kind of conflicted. So I'm currently reading Anatomy by Dana Schwartz. I think that's the name. I could be wrong. I think I'm going to give it some more time. I'm going to try a little bit more. It hasn't hooked me right away like I thought that it would. I'm interested in the setup. I think I feel like I need to wait for the characters to meet before I can decide. I don't know if it's a mood reading thing or if it's just like not the book for me. I'll bet you I'll end up really liking it. I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying, but if by the time the characters meet I'm not like more hooked on it, I might pick something else up. I don't know. And then my current audiobook is the first Trials of Apollo book by Rick Riordan, and I'm very stressed out by that book. Not by that book specifically or anything happening in that book right now. I'm not very far in. But by the fact, so I read the first 4 Apollo books when they were coming out, and after the 4th Apollo book, I have not read any new Rick Riordan since, and there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish releases since then. 6 if you count the other Apollo book, I think. And I haven't read any of them because that book was so devastating to me. But I'm just, my logic right now is power through as quickly as possible. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go read some of Anatomy for tonight, then get some sleep. I took my migraine pill, so I'm probably gonna fall asleep pretty quickly. But my plan is to read a little bit, and then tomorrow I have a couple of appointments. I might go to the gym, I haven't decided. And then I'm going to a heated rivalry trivia night. So I thought I'd take you along for that. That would be fun, huh? But yeah, that is my reading update. Welcome to a new vlog. Got my Diet Coke shirt on today. I just really love reading vlogs. So they're my favorite content to make. I also need to film my March wrap up tomorrow or Friday. Anyway, I will update you tomorrow, and I'll let you know how I'm feeling about Anatomy and whether or not I'm going to keep reading or DNF. Hello, I got back a little bit ago. I went to the heated rivalry trivia night. They gave us these adorable free bookmarks. Hello, focus on Shane and Ilya. It was super fun. There was a whole lot of questions I didn't know. I came in, I think it was 6th place. I named my team Ginger Ale because, like my boy Shane, I really love ginger ale. But anyway, it was really fun. It was just fun to be around some fangirls. Please ignore the dogs. But I'm gonna go try and read a bit of this Anatomy. Like I said, I'm about 40% in. I can't remember if I said this in my vlog or if I just said it to my friend when I was there, but it's one of those books, I think I said it in the vlog, that I like it when I'm reading it, and then when I turn it off, I forget about it. But at the same time, like, I love the surgery part of it. It just is pretty slow moving, but I think it's a pretty short book. If I'm already 40% in, I feel like I've barely read any of it, because like, not a whole lot has happened. She's dressing up as her dead brother to pretend to be a boy so she can go to this anatomy class, which is cool. Yeah, it's only 338 pages, so that means I have, what, 180 pages left? So I think I will just finish it. I don't know if I'll read the sequel. It's only a duology, and I'm like, well, I would want to just like read both of them, but I don't think it's going to be what I read next. There is a book I need to read for review that I was supposed to read like a month ago. That might be my next read. Do I remember what it's called? No, I do not, but it's in my room. I don't think it's out here anymore, no. So that's kind of on my radar, and then maybe the new Tracy Wolf middle grade, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for a middle grade. We'll see. I'm going to go try and read a little bit of this. I'm going to be honest, I'll probably fall asleep in about 4 minutes. So I don't think I'm going to read much of it, but I have no plans tomorrow, so I will plan on reading it tomorrow. I'm gonna go get the dogs to stop play fighting and go to bed. And I will see you tomorrow. A reading update. I did not read it all last night. The dog is trying to lick the camera. I did not read it all. But then I also didn't sleep. I was so tired, and then I maybe slept like 4 or 5 hours. So insomnia for the win. But I'm gonna go try and get some reading done this morning. I woke up super early, so I have already done some chores. I took the dog on a walk. I made some breakfast. I just filmed a video, and now I'm going to go relax and read. And I still have 2 hours until I have to leave for my massage for today. So I still am conflicted about this book. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my reading mood, but it has every single element of a book that is like my exact like formula for a book that I would love. So I'm just gonna keep reading and hope that it's just, I think it's just my mood, honestly. And then from there, where are the books that I was thinking of reading? One moment, please. Well, 2 of the books I was looking at. So this is the book that I have for review. This is called Soul of Shadow by Emma Noyes, which I really feel like this might be the book I pick up next. I haven't read a fantasy in a hot minute. This is Love, Magic, Gods, and Monsters collide in this thrilling Norse mythology-inspired romantic fantasy for fans of the Vampire Diaries and Atlas 6. I don't know what Atlas 6 is, but I do like the Vampire Diaries. So I might read this next because it's really not even that long. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but yeah, she sent me this for review, and is it not just like one of the most beautiful books you've ever seen? So I'm kind of thinking about reading that. And then there's also, this is Tracy Wolf's newest book, The Aftermyth. But this is a middle grade, and I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for another middle grade because I'm already reading The Trials of Apollo. And this is also Greek mythology. So I don't know if I want to do 2 of those at the same time. And then my book club book of the month is Assistant to the Villain, the first one, which I do have somewhere. Don't know where. That's kind of my other thought of a book I might start. But for now, I'll go finish the book on Kindle and I'll let you know what I think. Hello, an update. The lighting's so funny. I finished Anatomy and I did end up liking it. I think it was a little more to like credit to the reading mood I was in, that it wasn't like fully keeping my attention, but by the end I did really enjoy the characters and the story. What was my hair doing? I do wish their relationship had been explored just a little bit more before the end of the book. Like, I understand it was a YA book, but I feel like some of the conversations were skipped. At the same time, I really liked the characters and I liked the twists at the end. So I think I'm going to pick up the second one because I feel like if I don't read it now, then I'll just like forget about it. And I would like to see where the story goes, like the more mystical, like magical elements. I'd like to see where they go. So I have that, but I also have Assistant to the Villain. I also have that book that I brought out here that I keep forgetting the title of, that I showed you. And then I also finally got the hold on Murder on Cold Street by Sherry Thomas, which is book 5, I think, in the Charlotte Holmes series. So I can't decide what to read. I'm just reading everything all at once. So I'm going to continue this reading vlog through next weekend too, because I feel like I didn't get to do a lot of reading this weekend because I slept. So, but that is my update. I'm going to go do some reading right now and I will check in with you later. Hello, an update. It is after my next work week. It is the next weekend for me. It's Wednesday, but my weekend. I didn't read at work this week. The first night probably could have, just did not feel motivated. Then the second night I had a student I was working with, and then the third night I was just too busy. So I'm gonna try and get some reading done tonight. I did get this book in the mail, Project Hail Mary. This is so far out of my usual realm of book I would read. But oh my god, there's literally pictures of like spaceship things. But I watched the movie and I loved the movie, and I'm gonna go see the movie again tonight actually. So I think I'm gonna give it a try. Like I said, like this is not a book I'd usually read, and I don't know when I'm gonna pick it up, but I wanted to get a copy and give it a try, and this is a really good floppy paperback. Oh my god, the retail price of this is $22 for a paperback? That's crazy. I did not pay $22. Anyway, and then the other book I'm currently reading is Immortality. Like I was saying, this is the sequel to Anatomy. I haven't started it yet, so I don't really have an opinion. It's just I don't know, it's the same thing. It's like when I'm not reading it, I'm not necessarily thinking about it, but like I want to read it because I want to see how it ends. Anyway, the other two books that are like my currently reading that I haven't started, but like my immediate TBR are Assistant to the Villain and then Murder on Cold Street by Sherry Thomas. So Assistant to the Villain is my book club book this month. And I need to read it and I want to read it. It looks exciting. I definitely think that one will probably read a lot faster than my other two picks. My other two picks I like, but they're not like quick, fast reads. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And then Murder on Cold Street is book number 5, I think, in the Lady Sherlock series, which I love. They're definitely, the books are a little bit slower. But I have loved every one that I've read, and I'm just still sitting here waiting to see if she gets together with her friend, her best friend. Like they were together, but then it was like pretend for the case, but was it pretend? The author writes a lot of historical romances. This is not a historical romance series necessarily. I think it's mystery first, but the author is a historical romance author, so just saying. For now, I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna try and play with the dogs, keep them entertained for a little bit because it is too hot to go outside because of Arizona. And then yeah, I'm gonna go to the movie in a little while, but I slept all day and now I'm going to try and have a relaxing night, and I will vlog for the next couple of days and hopefully I'm probably not going to get all 3 of these books done, but hopefully I'll at least get one of them done. And I also plan on finishing the first Apollo book. I am almost done. I'm like 75%. And loving that. I really, really love the character of Apollo. I love Will and Nico. I wish like I could just go straight to their books, but I also know I need to finish the Apollo series. I'm just absolutely terrified for what that's going to bring. They did have a mention in one of my drives to work in the book. They were talking about Leo and Calypso, and I was like, I really can't believe the first time I read Blood of Olympus, I never was like I know I probably wondered, yeah, okay, what happens to Leo next, but I guess I didn't realize I never got that answer. I have not read a book, unless it's in these first Apollo books, the first 4, and I don't remember. That could be the case. I don't know what happens to Leo, so I'm very, very invested in finding that out. But that is my reading update. I'm gonna go make some dinner, and I will update you later. Hello, an update from the same spot again, but it's the next day. Got a Twilight shirt on today. This was a Christmas present. I'm on chapter 4 of Immortality. I don't have any thoughts yet. I do actually. I would have never expected from these books to have such an interesting mystical element, and I'm really enjoying it. Other than that, this morning I took the dog on a walk. I feel really nauseous from my new medication, but I am powering through. And today I have a couple of appointments, but first off, this morning, I'm going to head to the bookstore, even though my plans tomorrow are literally to like go book shopping with my friend. I didn't necessarily mean to make this a 2 bookstore weekend, but I want to return this book. So this is 7 Year Itch by Amy Dawes, and I already own it.
And like 2 weeks ago when I was there, I bought it because I'm like, oh my god, a used copy of an Amy Dawes book. I love Amy Dawes. Girl, I already own this. So I should be smart and update my like inventory app. But I'm probably not going to do that. But I'm going to not be lazy. A lot of the times when I end up with a duplicate, I'll just like be whatever. It's fine. I'll give it away or just ignore ignore it. But today I'm gonna go get my $10 back, and I'm probably just going to exchange it for something else. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I didn't want to because this is like the farther bookstore. Everything else is only like 10 minutes from me. This is more like 20, which I understand is not that far, but I hate driving places. So, but there's a coffee shop there, so I'll get a coffee. Clearly I need one because I'm yawning. And I'll probably sit and read Immortality for a little bit actually. Maybe I'll get a tea or something. I started a new medication for pain, and it's making me so nauseous, but I think once you get used to it for a couple of weeks, it goes away. But anyway, gonna go do that and I'll update you later. Oh, and I'm listening to the Trials of Apollo. I'm almost done. Got about an hour-ish left, hour and a half. So I'll listen to that on the drive at least. I did go see Project Hail Mary again last night. It was really good. It makes me really want to just pick this book up and read it. But I have so many books to read. I have so many books to read. And when I showed you the books on my Kindle yesterday, I didn't even consider the book that I'm supposed to be reading for a review that I might just get on Kindle Unlimited if I want to read it on Kindle, or I'll read it on paperback, whatever. So I've got two library holds, a book club book, and a book for review. And tonight's the pit, so we'll see what I get done. But yeah, I'm gonna head to the bookstore and I'll tell you what I get when I get there. Okay, an update. So I went to the bookstore, had a pretty fun time just browsing. There were a lot of high schoolers just hanging out, and I'm like, there was a lot of people in general at this bookstore and at the little coffee like cafe next door. And I'm like, it's a Thursday morning. Don't you people have work or like school? It's weird. Anyway, I looked through pretty much every romance book they had. They had a pretty limited selection of used books. For being like an indie bookstore, like I thought the whole point of them was to be like a used bookstore, but at this point, every time I go there or their other location, I feel like they've got more new inventory than used, at least in the genres I'm looking at. I feel like I'm like really awkwardly out of frame. Anyway, I went with Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. That's the book I got to replace my duplicate. I've never read a book by Julie Soto, but I've heard really good things. Oh, there's discussion questions. That's interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a Raylo fanfic turned book. And that's always gonna hit. It just is. So I'm excited to give this a try. I think it'll be interesting. It's two characters who are rival musicians, so I think that'll be fun. I gotta stop yawning. It's an issue. They've got so many good authors blurbing it too. Allie Hazelwood on the front, and then Christina Lauren and Ashley Poston on the back. So it's gotta be good. I know I think she's actually written a couple of Raylo fanfics, if I'm not mistaken. The dedication for mom who wouldn't let me play violin. Good call. So yeah, I'm excited to give it a try. And at least I have a book that's not a duplicate. Did I probably spend more money in gas driving there and back and then getting myself lunch and a coffee than I would have just losing the $9 I spent on the duplicate book? Yeah, but you know, now I get to read another book. While I had lunch, I read some more of Immortality. I'm gonna sit and read some more of it right now. I am enjoying it. I love early 1800s medicine. I think it's fascinating. So the reason I picked up this book series, I think I said before, was that it's kind of like vibes of The Artful Dodger. Obviously there's a magical-ish element to this, but or I don't know if it's a really magical or like more science fiction. I don't really know the details yet. But anyway, that show is, I think, more mid 1800s, and this is 1818, I think, or 1817. It's more early 1800s. So there's some things, because they're in the main Europe, they do have some medical advancements that they then have later in Australia in The Artful Dodger, but there's also stuff they haven't figured out. Like, they're starting to figure out like bacteria concepts in The Artful Dodger. They're not here yet. They're still working on the whole good old green bile, black bile, whatever the hell all that is. I don't really know what those theories are, but anyway, I'm gonna read that and drink my frankly disgusting coffee, but I paid $5 for it, so I'm gonna drink some of it, I guess. Oh, it's a little better since I added vanilla once I got home, but yeah, I'm gonna read, and then I have 2 doctor's appointments today. Fun. One at 1, one at 4:45. Of course, they can't be right next to each other. That wouldn't make any sense. So I have to do both of those today. But that means waiting rooms and reading. So gonna go do that. And I'll update you when I'm further into this book. An update. Yep. Okay. I finished the Trials of Apollo book. Do not lick the camera. Absolutely not. What did I just say? There's definitely dog saliva on the camera now. I finished the Trials of Apollo. I loved that. I can't believe that I had forgotten. You guys know the part in Project Hail Mary when he's whispering to the camera, but about how he's like, personal space is at a premium right now. I feel that. So I cannot believe how much I did not remember from that book, but I really loved it. Had a great time. Leo and Calypso are back. Really enjoying that. Do not lick my face. And okay. And I'm just being attacked by dogs right now. And I really did like getting to see Apollo interact with his children. I thought that was really like special because it's not something we've ever really gotten to see in the Percy Jackson universe. We don't get to see the gods interact with their children all that much. So, I mean, occasionally Poseidon, but not even that really. So I really liked that. I thought that was a really good start to the series. Moving on to the second book. I don't remember the second one or the third, and then I only remember one major piece of the fourth one, and it has traumatized me so much is why I think I've blacked out the whole rest of the series. So I'm gonna keep reading Immortality a little bit. I have my second doctor's appointment soon. I don't want to leave the house again. Phone's ringing. But yeah, I might also just take a little power nap. We'll see. But yeah, gonna keep reading, and I'll update you later. Hello, an update. I have finished Immortality by Dana Schwartz. I could not sleep last night. I feel like this vlog is just me complaining either that I can't sleep or that I'm tired. I woke up at like 5 in the morning, so I just laid around and read my book for a while, took the dog on a walk, showered, did my hair, and then read some more. So I finished Immortality. I really liked it. What I wrote in my review, ignore the Roomba vacuum, is that like the tone really shifts in the book, in book 2, like in a way I didn't necessarily expect. I don't know, the tone is the same, but it's just something in it felt very different than the first book. Maybe it was just the setting change. But I did like it. I still liked the characters and I liked the story and I like the sci-fi element. It was very unexpected, but I did end up enjoying it. And I liked the romance. I liked the historical kind of retelling elements, like remixing history like that. I always love that in a book. My only complaint is, but I understand why she had to leave Scotland. And then I understood why she couldn't return to Scotland. It made sense. But she like never checked in with those people ever again. With her home there, she never went back and got the rest of her stuff. Her lady's maid that she was like close friends with and that was expecting a baby, she like never talked about her again. I was like, you were supposed to deliver that baby. Like why are you not sending a letter asking if everything's okay? Has the baby been delivered? How many months have passed since you've been in London? So that was like a weird, I feel like just dropped the ball writing wise. It's like she got to like the more exciting stuff towards the end and forgot about that character. But I liked that character, so I was like, hey, what happened to her? But yeah, I liked the book. I have the Sherlock Holmes books and Assistant to the Villain. The Sherlock Holmes book is due at the library in a week, but I just don't think that's the one I feel like picking up right now. I think I really want a romance book. So I think I'm gonna read Assistant to the Villain. I think that's a romance. I actually don't know for sure if it is a romance in the first one. If it's not keeping my attention, I don't know, I might have to pick something else. I have so many books I want to read, it's kind of overwhelming. And then I'm about like 15% into the second Apollo book, and I am enjoying that. I am gonna watch some TV for a little bit and do some crafting, and I'll show you what it is later if I finish today. But I am watching the middle right now, but I'm kind of thinking of starting Outlander because I've never finished it. So that was my update, and I'll talk to you later. Hello, a quick update before I go to sleep because it's 9 p.m. So I did my crafts for a little bit. I did some embroidery, and the first one I did looked so bad that I scrapped it after like 3 hours of work and started over, and I didn't get very far before I was meeting my friend for book shopping. And we went to the bookish shop. That lid is about to fall off. And turns out the bookish shop was closing at 5 p.m. today, and they neglected to post about that. So we got there at 4:50. So we got a drink, and then I was like, well, maybe they're not really gonna like enforce it because the event doesn't start till 6:30. And don't get me wrong, they had posted about that event weeks ago. I'm not scrolling their Instagram to find out what time they close every single day. I just went with the Google hours that were posted. So we got drinks, and then we're like, oh, we'll just walk around. But then they like turned the music off. I'm like, oh, it's time to go. So we didn't shop at all there. I wanted a book called, what is it called? My friend at work told me to read, I think it's called Shield of Sparrows. Yeah, Shield of Sparrows. My friend at work recommended it by Devin Perry, but I didn't get to look there, obviously. And then I looked at Barnes & Noble, and it was $32. And I said, I'm not buying a $32 book today. So yeah, I went to Barnes & Noble instead because I wanted to book shop today. I just got 2 books, and these look super cute. So I forgot which one was the first one. I think the purple one. This is called Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Caggiano. I have never heard of this author. I've never heard of this book, but then the bookseller that rang me up, she had read them and she liked them. This is the second one. It's called Summoned to the Wild. So this is I don't know who she is, a character, a human character who is a thief. I don't know if she's magic, but he's magic. He is the son of a demon who has
some sort of destiny. I don't know. I read this line and thought, this sounds delightful. Where is it? So, Amma completely upsets Damien's malevolent plans when she mistakenly gets chained to his side through magic, forcing him to drag her across the realm. I just thought, what a way to take forced proximity to the next level. What joy. So yeah, I grabbed these two. They're beautiful. They've got beautiful sprayed edges. I just thought it sounded fun. Beautiful covers. I haven't bought any fantasies in a long while. So I thought I would give these a try. They just look fun. They're by Source Books. Yeah, I've never heard of this author, but they just sounded so fun. Oh. Amma and Damien's story will conclude in book 3. And I'm guessing book 3 is not out yet because this, I think, is a fairly new book. I was gonna see if there's anything about the author. She is, it doesn't say if this is her first books or not. Anyway, I'm exhausted because I didn't sleep at all yesterday. So I'm going to go to bed. I was saying, yeah, this is 2026, so this is a new book. Oh no, she has other books. She has one, two, these two. Eclipse of the Crown is listed on here, so maybe it is out. I should look it up and find out. That will influence when I read this book. I'll look this up real quickly and then I'm going to bed because I am so tired. Oh, the covers on Goodreads are way different. Oh, there's another book, and there's 2 other books in this world, but I think the 3 are who follow the same characters. Oh no, they're all 3 of them are out, actually. I'll bet you just these covers, the traditionally published covers, is what this probably is. Guessing they were indie published. Her info thing on Goodreads is she likes cats, guacamole, feminism, and the internet. I love all of those things. So if I want to read the 3rd book, I can read the 3rd book pretty quickly. I'm gonna go put the dogs to bed, put myself to bed, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I have Assistant to the Villain on the Kindle here. I don't think I'm going to read it all. I think I'm gonna go straight to bed, but that is the read I'm going to start tomorrow. I will update you then. This is gonna be such a long reading vlog. I complained last week that it was too short. Now look at me. Hello, I'm not really completely in the frame, but I thought I would just close this reading vlog out. I did not start Assistant to the Villain yet. I'll get to it, but I watched the Sabrina Coachella set last night live on YouTube, so I did that instead of reading. Worth it. It was fantastic. And then today I ran errands and did some stuff and went and saw Hadestown, which was amazing. I have my little thing here. I actually did not know the story, like the Greek mythology story, didn't know that, and then I had not listened to this entire album yet, so I got to really experience it for the first time, and I loved it. I loved it. The singers were amazing. I was just looking at some of the cast. They were like mind-blowingly fantastic. The whole story, the music was so good. Do I wish it wasn't a tragedy? Yes. But there's gotta be, my camera's gonna die, there's gotta be a romance book out there that retells this story, and so I'd love to do that. Makes me feel like reading the Lore Olympus books. I have like 2 more volumes before I'm caught up. I think, I could be wrong about that, but I'm just gonna end my reading vlog here because this is already gonna be a crazy long vlog. I just know it. So I hope you enjoyed.
at least I got a couple books done. I will see you guys next time. I upload videos every Sunday, usually book related. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.